I guess today on the hot seat is an actor. He grew up in New York, but now resides in Orlando, Florida. Please welcome Arthur Brady III to the show.
Hey.
Thanks for being here, brother.
Thank you for
Thanks for
having
being
me.
on the show. Thanks for being on the show. So like I said, you from New York?
Yeah, from
Okay.
New York, born and raised.
Right. So tell us, how do you get started in this business?
Well, it all started when I was a kid, actually.
Okay.
You know, I had a funny situation where, you know, all your life as a child, you don't know how TV is made. Of course, you watch it, but you don't know what goes into it.
Absolutely.
So it's something so simple, but yet it affected me in a tremendous way. I was in elementary school, California Avenue in Long Island,
Okay.
and a news team came to my school, and they chose a few kids to ask, you know, questions to, like sort of like a kid say the darndest things.
Okay.
Type of deal.
Okay.
So my teacher, she always thought, you know, I was kind of funny.
Now,
class.
you was a troublemaker. That's
why. I had a slick mouth, basically.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, you've been from New York, you know.
So pretty much they chose me. They asked me a question. The news guy said, you know, hey, I'll be on TV at 11 o'clock.
Okay.
I stayed up till 11 o'clock waiting, and my part sure did come up. And so I was like, wow, I was just overwhelmed. I'm on TV, and from there on, I wanted to be on TV
all the time.
So my mother, she put me in some programs.
Okay.
And, you know, all the school plays, musicals, everything I was part of.
How old was you back then when
With
that
that
happened?
situation?
Yeah.
Second grade. So second grade, you're about 6, 7.
Wow. That was really early.
Yeah.
So you've been in the business for a while now,
Right.
6 years. But it looks like, you know, most of your craft was actually done when you was in high school. Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit how you grew into being an actor while being in high school?
Well, I was in a program called the BOCES Cultural Arts Program, and that was in Long Island as well. And it was a good program. It taught like theater history. It really broke down a lot of things as far as, you know, character development and things like that. But in high school, my mother, she had a friend who worked in a building, and upstairs was a management team.
Okay.
So like a talent agency, basically.
Okay.
And so I went in for an interview, you know, and they liked me, and so first gig was All My Children.
Okay.
And I was on there about 6 times, like.
Is that a show on TV, All My Children?
All My Children is a soap opera.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It used to be filmed in New York.
Okay. So you actually did that?
Yeah. When I was in high school, like I played a high school student on there, and alongside of Amanda Seyfried, who's doing real big things right now.
Okay.
So that's where it's at. You know?
So you went from there. And you did a lot of stuff. I can see that you actually did Dreamgirls.
Dreamgirls, we did a musical in my junior year in high school. We did a musical for Dreamgirls, and it was good. You know, I was one of the singers in there. So.
Okay, now is that the same musical that was turned into a movie where we have Beyonce and all that?
Correct.
Okay, that's good. It's good. Now going from there, what was the next step for you after doing all these things in high school?
Well, in a way, I feel like if I would have stayed in New York, I probably might be a little further off now, but you know, due to the fact I was only 19 when I moved to Florida, you know, my father retired, and you know, my mother being from the Caribbean, she's you know, the cold weather, so they wanted a nice Florida house.
Yeah, with a hat, man. You want to be close to home too, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
the islands is right there.
So we moved to Florida, and you know, it was hurtful at first because all my friends, family, everyone's in New York, but you know, I can't just let that keep me down. I gotta start from the ground up. So that's what I did out here in Florida. I got some nice roles on some independent projects, such as Gutter King, which is out in Europe right now. Just Another Day with Wood Harris and Jamie Hector from The Wire. You know, that came out 2010 over the summer. So I got some nice little jewels out here in Florida.
I don't want to throw off a little bit, but did you hear about you know, Snoop from The Wire?
Yeah.
Did you hear what do you think about that? I mean,
that's tough. You know?
I mean, you're an actor, she's an actress, so what do you think about the whole situation, you know?
That situation is tough because, like, you know, as an actor, the work until you get to a certain level is not consistent. So who knows? I don't know her situation.
You gotta make ends meet.
You know, sometimes you gotta make ends meet. I'm not saying I'm gonna go out there and flip keys and that, but
I'm not saying that. But as an actor, you can actually
it's tough. And another thing, you know, it's hard because you do gotta you know, you have to watch the company you're around, and because they can affect you.
Okay.
And you know, who knows? She could have just been visiting that day and just got caught in a drug race.
Absolutely,
so,
absolutely.
You know, I hope the best for her though. You know.
We see what comes out of that.
Yeah.
But so as an actor, you know, who do you look up to in the acting business?
Wow, it's a lot.
Right,
A lot of people doing good work out there right now. Just to name a few on one hand, I guess. Let's say Don Cheadle. We got Johnny Depp. That's one of my faves. Idris Elba. Will Smith.
Yeah,
You know.
Idris Elba. I'm not sure exactly, but I think he's got like some kind of Nigerian background, but he actually comes from the UK.
Yeah.
I think so. I'm
Off
not
camera,
really sure.
he has an English accent.
Right,
so
right.
I'm not sure. You know, I'm not sure.
So how has he been ever since you moved down to Florida, which is obviously a small market?
Yeah, very small market.
Right. It's kind of hard.
Like I said, you know, you can find a diamond in the rough out here. You know.
Right.
So with certain projects that I've done, they were really good, and it got me a step further.
Right.
You know? So now I plan on taking all that I learned from the past, all my experience, and actually going to where it's really at, California.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
So
So you actually moving to California?
Yeah. Gonna head out to Hollywood, baby.
Right. I mean, that's where the work is.
Yeah.
That's where you have to be.
Yeah, correct. So.
Definitely. You got some contacts up there?
Yeah, I
right?
got a nice little handful of contacts that I'm
Okay.
gonna stretch out and interrogate when I get out there. So
I know.
I want them to Jerry Maguire me.
Yeah, but
show me the money. You know.
I know, but being from New York, I would think that you maybe want to go back to New York, since that's where you come from, but you actually chose LA.
Yeah, because being from New York, like I'll be welcome in New York no matter what.
Right.
So if I go out to California and and things work out, then great. And if they don't work out, and which I doubt.
Yeah, I know.
I think too positive for that. I don't know.
They have to work.
It's gonna work out. But New York is always home base for me.
Right.
No matter what.
Now, as an actor, do you have to have a style? And if you have one, how would you describe your style?
My style is versatile. How about that?
Okay.
I want to be the type of actor where, all right, put it like this. Like me, I consider myself right now, I'm upcoming. So imagine your favorite pot of soup.
Okay.
Like it has all these different ingredients, all these different qualities, all these different textures and tastes. But it's just not ready yet. It's on the pot. It's on the stove. It's cooking.
It's coming. Yes.
It's coming.
Yes.
It's coming.
So
when it's done, it's gonna be the best soup you ever tasted. You know what I'm saying? That's how
I know.
Like, so I could do anything. Action, drama, comedy, whatever the role requires, I'll make it happen.
Okay.
You know?
Now, for let's say for musicians, for artists,
Right.
they gotta be in a certain state of mind before they go in, out and sing. And as an actor, do you have a certain ritual that you go through before going in front of the camera?
I think for the most part, like a lot of it is with your studying.
Okay.
If you go in there and you're not prepared, it'll show. And I've done a project where it's like literally they put me on board as one of the main characters last minute. I got the script the night before we started filming.
Wow.
And it's a feature film. It wasn't like a one-day show or anything like that. And it was tough, but just the type of confidence and the focus you gotta have is tremendous. Long hours.
Right.
I've lost like a job or two because I chose to take the acting gig over, over the little 9-to-5 part-time job,
Because that's your passion.
It's my passion.
You gotta go where your passion is. Definitely. Now, you going to California, right? Now that's probably gonna be the next step in your career.
Right.
Is there anything that you wanna, any advice you wanna give the young actors that maybe wanna think about, going into this business? Mistakes not to make and any advice?
Well, me personally, I done hit low points in my life where it's like, financial struggles and this and that, but like I always continued on, and I always had the feeling that I could really do anything because I got like the best teammate in the world, which is God.
Okay.
And so me going to California is like I'm going with God and I'm going with my passion and my love for the game. So nothing can stop me,
Right.
Nothing can stop me. So that's how I feel. I just say, if you want to do it, do it. Because if you don't do it, you don't want to be, you know, getting old and wondering how it was. What would have happened if I would have? I don't want to come out the game like that and then live miserably.
I know.
Working somewhere unhappy. So
I know.
That's what my mind frame is at. If you got the passion for it, just do it.
Okay.
You know, because if you quit, you fail.
Right. Right. But thanks for being on the show. And I also want to say this, you know, you got to keep in touch when you go to California.
Definitely.
Because I want to make sure that you come back on the show when you blow up. You know what I mean?
And I promise you, Sammy, that I will be back on the show when I blow.
You have to, because if you don't, we're going to come out there and drag you back to Orlando.
Not
you know what I mean?
Not a problem.
Hey, great to have you on the show, bro. Thanks for being here, man.
Right,
and I wish you all the success in the world.
Right,
Thank you very much, bro. Thank you. That was Arthur Brady on the show, people. We'll be right back. Stick around. Thank you.